So you first read the Guillermo script, which is brilliant. What was your biggest concern about how are we going to capture our own Frankenstein look, but also honor so many previous versions?
I don't think I stopped to be concerned. I just consumed it and started researching. Honestly, like everything was of utmost importance, and there was a big learning curve to build the ship, to build the lab, to understand the era, the science of it at the time, to make it real and yet fantastical. So not concerning, but just I think getting Guillermo's vision, getting his take, and doing it well is my motivation.
I did love the whole long sequence with the old blind man, and where Jacob Elordi's character begins to grow as a person. How do you want to approach giving that kind of set, showing a place, because it's been so dark for him beforehand, a place for him to grow in kind of almost a homey setting?
That set in particular was very based on nature, on natural building techniques of stone and plaster and grass and wood shingles. So to me that was like the creature is more connected, even though he's man-made, more connected to nature than anything in our man-made, any other man, Victor himself. So I think that was kind of a guiding principle for that. Make it warm and natural and historic, beautiful.
And for you, how was the wedding scene? It's one of my favorite scenes of the film. What were your thoughts about that wedding scene?
I mean, the wedding scene, really that was down to our set decorator and the locations that we had. Shane View did a phenomenal job sort of putting that together.
And the snow dress.
Yeah.
We had to do a snow dress basically overnight. And so we were all laying snow blankets.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah.
We have a lot of students that watch our show, and I'm curious, is there one particular scene or set that might not be the grand set that you say you should study that because we're really proud of something we accomplished?
Harlander's bathroom.
Ah.
I just, because it was a set, it was our smallest set, although it wasn't tiny, but I felt like I had to really draw in the locations and where we were for that. What about you?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a great one. The other one I would add to it maybe would be the captain's quarters.
Yeah.
Where there was such an intimate environment that kind of had to be designed in such a way where it had to come apart into all of these different pieces to facilitate the shooting and crane and everything else. That's one I think, to look at what ended up on film compared to how we constructed the overall design of the set, it would be one to look at.
And an interesting note about that is, Guillermo will embrace the low-hanging beams of a set like that, where Jacob Elordi, who's very tall, has to duck. And I pointed this out to him, which we've done in the past on Nightmare Alley, had the same thing in a bungalow set. And he said, no, the actors have to act in the space, and let's let him do his thing with his body, have to duck.